guys, welcome to a new customer stories. I'm here with my friend Nontas, and basically we're gonna be talking about all his experience, all the things that he has achieved, and I'm very happy to have you here. Nontas, how are you?
Hello, Luis. Thank you for having me. I'm pretty well
Yeah,
today.
I'm excited to hear your story. Basically, we I would like to start with the a bit of the presentation. I would like to know for the people that don't know you, all the things that you have been doing, your presentation, what you currently doing right now.
All right. So currently, I'm basically an active campaign consultant. This is how I sell myself. Of course, I'm working also with other service providers, email service providers. Of course, active campaign we all know it's the best.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is what I do right now, and the last year also. I have been. I started coaching, having a course in for email marketing.
Awesome.
Unfortunately, only for Greeks or in Greek
Uh,
language.
it's a shame.
Um, so it's not based on active campaign, but it's more like philosophical, theoretical, practical as well. But I'm also uh, growing it, adding new stuff, and probably I'm going to start soon in English from next year.
Awesome. I would like to love see you working on the English market, and I feel all the things that you are doing are super interesting. I would like to know how did you get until this point, because before to start all these services or all the things that you are doing, you must have a background, your first step. So I would like to know about your first step in this market. How did you start it on the email marketing world?
Okay, that's interesting. Look, I was, as most of us marketers, we started as generalists, right?
Mhm.
I started very early, very late, actually. I'm 30 years old. I'm now 39. I know I don't look like 39, but
Yeah.
I'm old guy now. So anyway, I started my career in marketing at 30, basically working in multiple agencies, and then I started doing a bit of freelance work myself. A
Okay.
friend of mine, a mentor, happened to show me ActiveCampaign because he was using it. I started, working with a client with it, and then this is what I knew. I was very lucky to to have known ActiveCampaign from the start,
Okay.
and basically the how I started being an active campaign consultant was through Fiverr. Uh,
Fiverr.
I have a whole story about that. I have also a course again in Greek, but anyway, yeah, my first actually very successful gig was active campaign consultancy. So I started there. I became like a Fiverr. I recommended service for active campaign services. I was the top, let's say,
Okay.
for many years. And yeah, so I go to work with a lot of clients, solve a lot of problems, and learn by doing a lot of stuff. And
Yeah.
now, I do this almost exclusively.
Awesome. Well, I believe it's a really good story. I remember that I started as freelancer as well, working with different software, with different solutions, and Active Campaign was one of them. I remember, for example, on my experience at that time, it was kind of hard. Like put myself as active campaign reference. So also at that point I have some question about if active campaign was the right tool, if active campaign is really what I wanted to do. So how was that process to you? How did you choose active campaign, becomes like active campaign expert on that
Yeah.
tool instead of the other alternative of the market?
Uh, Look, okay, as I told you, it was the early success of this gig. Like I remember, like the first month I got this gig, I got like close to $400. I was like, oh,
Okay.
what's happening here?
This is nice.
So yeah, so yeah. At first, to tell you the truth, I had my doubts because it was around 2019, I think,
Okay.
2020, and Active Campaign. It wasn't the tool that it is today. Like it had a lot of struggles, a lot of speed issues, the designer issues, the form designer issues. It had a lot of issues, and I was reluctant to invest in it, and I was wondering, okay, maybe a competitor is better.
Exactly.
But the last couple of years, it's like it's no, there's no question for me. It's like, okay, it got more expensive, okay,
Yeah, it's true.
as all the softwares have gotten more
Yeah,
expensive. But now I've tried other softwares with other clients. No other tool gives me the flexibility that ActiveCampaign gives, which is flexibility is I think the number one when we're talking about marketing automation, right? It's not the
yeah,
designer, it's not I don't know, the AI stuff that is growing. Flexibility.
yeah. Active Campaign, I believe, has this kind of particular stuff that it's very flexible depending of the business, depending of what you want to do. So basically, you talk the Active Campaign path based on the flexibility. How it was, how was the change in terms of your business
How
between
was, sorry,
choose the change.
the change?
Because if you focus only on Active Campaign, how was the process? You started to get more clients. How was the relationship with the growing piece that you have at that time?
The relationship, sorry.
With the growing piece. So once you started to work only with Active Campaign, how was the change for you?
Yeah. Look, it all comes down to positioning, and especially here in Greece. Okay, my clients are all over the world. I don't work so much with Greeks, but anyway, uh, in the world,
Yeah,
there is so much competition, right?
yeah, it's true.
So, and the market is huge. So, one way to to play in a blue ocean is to get very specialized. And Active Campaign was, and I learned this from, I understood this from Fiverr. Was a very good service because it's like top, has a big market share.
Yeah, of course.
Um, and many people are searching specifically for Active Campaign.
Okay.
So, okay, I lost my train of thought. Can you tell me the question again? Sorry.
The how was the change when you just focus on Active
Yeah,
Campaign,
yeah, yeah.
the
Okay,
other tools?
sure. Um, yeah, basically, I found that the more I
Specialized in
communicated
one tool?
the Active Campaign
Exactly.
positioning, more people came. And
Okay.
yeah, it was a decision that I made, and I created my website, I'm Nontas.com, with that in mind. And I was like, okay, if somebody else comes with a different software, I'm going to tell them no. And
I'm just work with Active Campaign.
it's actually a way to, yeah, be regarded as an expert, right?
Okay.
And charge also more for your clients, because
You
the
was
more
targeted.
the more difficult and specialized problem you
Exactly.
have uh, to overcome, the more the customer is willing to pay.
Awesome. Yeah, I believe this is a risky like decision. A lot of people is like struggling if they want to just positioning about one market on one message, but the truth is, if you become more specialized, you have like more chance to grow, to close customers around that topic. So
Yeah.
that will bring us to the current date. How do you feel today about working with Active Campaign? How is your business growing right now? Telling us a little bit about today. What is
Okay.
happening today in your life?
For today, first of all, to make a comment about the previous thing, I cannot do the same thing in Greece here. If I say to Greeks, "Hey, I'm an Active Campaign consultant," they are going to be like, "Oh, what is Active Campaign?"
Yeah,
Everybody here knows Mailchimp, or uses much cheaper tools. So basically, in Greece, I don't work only with Active Campaign.
yeah,
So yeah, that's that. Um, so today, around Active Campaign, yeah. Look, yeah, as I told you, today, because I'm exploring other softwares as well, my faith in ActiveCampaign is even stronger. And yeah, because when you start at the top and then you start uh, trying other stuff, and you see that you cannot
No.
do the things that you
Exactly.
wanted, you get frustrated. Um, yeah, my challenge today is to penetrate also the Greek market somehow, to train people to use quality, to make them understand what is quality email, quality
Okay.
communication with email, and of course, ActiveCampaign, hopefully.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I created the course I told you about. And also, yeah, I'm also instructor in some other courses
Okay.
elsewhere. I talk more. Um, that's that, I think.
Yeah. Well, I believe, to be honest, being honest, if someone can position an active campaign in the Greek market, it's only you because probably you are one of the biggest email marketing expert on that market, and probably the challenge is gonna be huge because educate a new market is always like hard. But if someone can do it, it's you, my friend. So I hope that
Probably.
you.
I mean, I'm sure there are people, but honestly, in the whole Greek market, it's like people who market themselves as email marketers. It's just me and another guy who also uses ActiveCampaign, by the way.
Yeah, it's true. So I believe you're gonna win that battle. So don't worry. So
We'll see.
yeah, yeah, I'm really happy to see all the background because it's kind of similar with all the freelance stuff that I have seen. Very happy to see that Active Campaign has been helping you to grow, to build more stuff, course, education, collaboration. That is really good. So the final question will be: can you recommend Active Campaign to someone? Which will be the ideal profile to recommend Active Campaign? Like, hey, based on your situation, you should use Active Campaign.
Hmm. Yeah, okay. Um, where I find it the most useful and the most where I use the most features is e-commerce for sure.
Yeah,
I have really good case studies of fancy stuff, like not fancy just for the fanciness, like useful fancy stuff that you can do and automate the whole process to
yeah.
make it the project
Which is
run
hard because
autopilot.
e-commerce it's hard.
It's hard. Everything is hard and
Well,
easy
it's
at the
true.
same time. But it makes yourself very. It makes the job much easier if you do some fancy things with other integrations. The features of ActiveCampaign that actually are the game changers that others do not provide, like conditional content, the message variables, the personalization tags, the goals, um,
Yeah,
and of course all the integrations, native integrations or with other software. The segment builder. It's like
yeah. The
all
segment
this,
builder is
in
top.
order to understand all this, and that's the problem
Uh-huh.
for me, right, and for ActiveCampaign and all the softwares. Uh, these small things are what makes the difference for the entrepreneurs. But you don't know what you don't know. You have to know. I have to explain you what a message variable is and how you can use it,
Exactly.
and hear examples of how I have implemented it or why goals are important, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm getting a bit technical now.
Don't worry.
Anyway,
Yeah, yeah.
so yeah, e-commerce, I would say, and also people like me, consultancies, where there is a lot of when there is usually kind of mid to long term decision process for um, for a purchase of a service, right? Somebody will come to I am Nontas, for example, first time. Maybe they will just save it in the bookmarks. Then they will come, they will fill out a form. The form will somehow qualify them. I will start giving them
Relationship with them. Yeah.
relationship building. That's it.
Yeah.
Relationship building, customization, and gradual uh, promotion of services,
Yeah,
like that. Especially if you have a lot of services, your funnel and your email marketing process could be, can be very complex. And with a tool like ActiveCampaign, which is very, very flexible,
exactly.
it's the ideal. And of course, sorry, one last, course creator. Course creator, because I
Okay.
have my own course and I saw how ActiveCampaign can help me with automations and with third-party integrations. It's perfect, because also in course creation, either if it is evergreen course or it's like a launch-based course, um, it can be pretty complex and has and you need to be able to do stuff,
Yeah, in order
trigger
to,
automations.
yeah, exactly. In order to do it correctly. Yeah, I believe the key word here will be flexibility, because as you mentioned, with flexibility you can do whatever you want. The e-commerce example, it's very good. I was saying that it's hard because I have run some e-commerce business. I know all build all the email marketing stuff is super hard, and I believe with a tool with Active Campaign you can do it, as you said, easier, faster, because all the flexibility that you have. I
Yeah.
will mention also that all this stuff that Active Campaign do, it's amazing, but with Wildmail we provide even a better experience with our premium support, consultancy calls, and even our partner program. And Nontas, you are part of it. Any kind of comment related with Wildmail, how it's have been your experience working with Wildmail instead of Active Campaign directly?
Um, First of all, your program, your training program, it's
Yeah,
very useful. Gives me ideas also. It has given me ideas for my own course as well. Um, and basically, I like, for example, for the customer support. The customer support is it's good that it's also for Europeans mostly,
exactly.
right? So it's you're very quick to respond, even though I very rarely now
Using it, yeah.
contact support, because yeah, as I told you, the
You have the
platform
strong
is
knowledge.
on
Yeah,
another level, and also I consider
yeah,
myself on
yeah,
another
yeah,
level,
yeah.
so it's very rare that I will actually need support. So yeah, I have no
Yeah, but it's,
problems
yeah,
with
it's
that.
very useful when you have this kind of support, because even when you have the knowledge, if everything broken or everything changed and you want to ask and has faster response, you have the Wildmail support. So pretty happy to have you as a partner, because I know that you work really hard and you build really good stuff, and we love work with people like you, Nonton. So very happy to have you. And I believe with this we can wrap it up. I love all the things that you said. I'm gonna make the mark of the flexibility word, because Active Campaign, I believe, is what they are promoting. And yes, super happy to have you here. I hope all the things that we have sharing, discussing here is going to be helpful for the people. So yes, pretty happy. Nonsense. Any comment before wrap her up?
No, I'm happy to be part of this Wildmail, of ActiveCampaign, the community. I'm going to be more active. More things will come, and for the global market, I'm planning currently. I will keep you posted.
Yeah, I will love to hear all or to see all the news. So yeah, we will share with the people once you release. So super happy to have you here, Nonsense. I hope that all the things that we share are useful for the people. And yes, let's keep posted and see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye bye.